Okay, so we're here. We're at the beginning of the Simpson Desert. We're all set up. Got the tyre pressures down to 22 psi. Got the sand flag up. Got the low range on. Got the centre diff locked. Got the traction control off. And now we're going to drive up that hill.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. See, we're doing the Simpson Desert in reverse, which means we're doing the hardest climbs first, which will be interesting. So instead of, if you do it the other way, you get some practice over some small sand dunes first. We're going straight over one of the big ones, so try and drive up and see what happens. And it's you, give me the love and feeling, holding on your love alone. You make everybody happy, and it's you, fun whatsoever. Look at that! We just have to drive over another 1,140 of those, and that's the next one in front of us. And we're doing it, as I said, backwards, which means we're going up the steep side as well. There's a shallow side and a steep side, but because of COVID restrictions and the way we have to plan our trip, we've had to go backwards, which means we're going up the steep side with each dune. Bring it on! And it's you, give me the love and feeling. We're officially in the Simpson Desert. This is now what you can see, this kind of terrain for the next 400 kilometers, and should take us between 4 and 5 days. We've planned for 5 days, but we might do it in 4 days. You never know. We'll see. Okay, so we just came across our first failure at June 50 or something. I don't know how many we've covered so far. So we did not make it up. We got almost to the top, and then it's a really fluffy, puffy, dry sand, really soft sand. So we just sunk and had to reverse all the way down the dune. So now we're going to try again. And it's you, give me the love and feeling, holding out your love arms. You make everybody happy, and it's you, give me the love and feeling, holding out your love arms. You make everybody happy, and it's you, give me the love and feeling, holding out your love arms. You are Come on, baby! Woo! There we go. What was that? 6? Number 6. Dad's lucky number got us over. 6 goes.
So, what was the problem with this one?
Well, it was really long, steep, and fluffy. So we need some more speed. We need a bit more momentum. The problem this time is, though, the last one, it was steep and fluffy and long, but it was quite smooth. So it was fairly easy to get up speed. This one at the start, it's a bit like this, which means it's quite hard to actually get some momentum. So we'll just give it a go and see what happens. Hold on tight, baby! Yay!
Things alive.
Here we are on morning number 2 in the desert. It's frickin' freezing. So we made some hot tea and some hot milk for Clara. Didn't we, Clara? You a little bit cold in there, eh? So, we're driving through the desert. It's like, you know, 4 or 5 days of really roughing it, really harsh sort of conditions. As you can tell, it's bumpy roads, it's up and down sand dunes, it's gravelly tracks, it's driving on sand, it's pitching the tent each evening, getting all the gear out, you know, cooking dinner and on the little campfire thing, and we're roughing it. We don't have a camper trailer, we don't have any luxuries. We're going to the toilet in a hole, digging a hole, that kind of stuff. And this woman is 15 weeks pregnant. Like, this is my dream to do this trip, right? And she's 15 weeks pregnant. She's like, yeah, I'll come across the Simpson desert with you. How awesome is my wife? And I have a little 2-year-old little girl. Hey, Clara. How's it going? Yeah, road trip. She's been a little star so far. She's been a couple of grumpy moments, but she's all right. Long sitting in cars, you know, typical for a 2-year-old. But how goes my wife? Look at my wife. Look out. I mean, come on. What other woman, 15 weeks pregnant, would say yes to crossing a desert and going to the toilet in a hole and digging? Well, I mean, I do dig the hole for her at least, you know. I'm a gentleman like that. Time lucky. So yesterday's drive, as you may have seen, it was like big long flat plains and then big sand dune, big long flat plains and then big sand dune. Now we're really just in the sand. Today we are, it's basically just all dunes, up and down, up and down, up and down. Look, have a look out the front. It's just all sand, deep, soft sand. I mean, the flat parts are pretty easy to get across. The car just glides over those, but we've had another couple of failures getting up the bigger, softer sand dunes. But I'm actually finding this much more interesting because this is like properly in the desert now, you know, like we're actually on the sand the whole time, cruising along this sand track. So it's actually nice. I was starting to think at the first part that it was going to be a little bit of the same sort of scenery all the way through, but it is actually a fair bit of contrast to the scenery.
Comment on this side.
Lean on me when you're down. You don't have to make a sound. Lean on me when you're down. No one ever know you're right.
So, what are you cooking for us tonight, Chef?
I'm cooking some lentil pasta and some mushrooms and courgettes in tomato sauce.
Ooh, thank you very much.
This is the 4th dune. We haven't made it up first go. We are now down to 15 psi in the tyres. So we started out around 21, 22 or something. We've gone a little bit lower as the sand's gotten softer as we've gone along. We're down to 15. We've already done this twice. We're going to try it again now.
Now that you're back a little let you go. We've been on the way and I have we tell us throughout the things are meant to be. It all be when you're down. You never have to make a sound.
Okay, this looks, have a look at this, have a look. Look how bumpy that is. We're gonna have to go really, really slowly and hope we don't need too much momentum. Bouncing. How did bump like that one, Fran?
Oh, loved it.
So we just came flying up this dune, and then it stopped. Well, the track stopped. So we kind of still were on an angle like this, and I was like, I don't want to turn. So the tyre pressures had gone back up to about 18 because of the heat. They go up with the heat, obviously. So I'm going back down to 14. We're going to try and crest that dune. We don't actually know what's on the other side of it. Hopefully there's a road. Oh, look at that! There's a road! Hey, where do you want to go, Clara? You want to run to Mummy? Okay, ready? Put your foot... No, wait. Put your foot forward. Get set. Go! Go! So this is evening 3 in the Simpson Desert. Fran's made us a gorgeous... What sort of curry is it, Fran? Pea and potato curry. There's rice in there too. We've come up to this little perch. We've driven the car up. We're camped somewhere down in the dunes down there, so that we're out of the wind. It's actually not windy tonight anyway, but we like to stay in the shelter. So we come up onto this little perch to watch the sunset. last day. I'm trying to get the speed up a little bit because it's smoothing out kind of like momentarily every now and again. So we're on an average speed of 14 kilometers an hour today, and we might get out today. What if I say we're not just the others? What if I say we're not just another one? You say you're the pretender. What if I say you'll never surrender? What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say we're not just another one? You say you're the pretender. Wow! Woohoo! Oh, we're going fast now. We're going 30 kilometers an hour. Woohoo!
Ah! Who's singing, Clara?
Grandpa's singing. Just stopped for a little break, having a bit of salad and breadsticks.
Hello.
We're sitting in the car today because it's the actual temperature is only like 29 degrees, but in the sun it's more like 50 degrees. So it's a little bit, yeah. At lunchtime it's a little bit hot out there to sit. So we're just chilling out. We've reversed the car into the sun. So we're in the shade in the front here. Got the windows down, having a little snack. You enjoying your snack time, Clara?
Oh, yeah.
We're done. We're out. I can't believe it. Clara's actually asleep. So we've got a little bit of, alone time, just me and Fran, while Clara's sleeping. We're technically still in the desert, but we're out of the dunes. We've gotten out of the dunes. We're just on the final little leg, bit of a, well, have a look at the road, Fran. Done. The adventure of the Simpson is complete, and
Which was your favourite part?
my favourite part, oh, that's a tough one, because I loved getting up the sand dunes that I couldn't get up. The ones we got stuck on and had to really go up quick. That was really exciting. But then also the evenings and the mornings, it was just so completely peaceful, being, hundreds of kilometers away from any other human life or human, building of any kind. There's no light, there's nothing. So it's a cross between those two, the excitement of getting up those dunes, but also the peace and tranquility of the evenings when we were watching sunset and things. What was
Oh, you're great.
what was your favourite part?
The same one.
Oh, I see. but how did you find the
I don't really like that one.
supposed to film yourself when you
No, I like that one.
You didn't like the wumpy wump? Well, fair enough, she is 15 weeks pregnant, so, it was like being on a small boat on the choppy sea. So, but now we're just back to dirt tracks until the next. And I think actually this campsite might even have a proper shower, maybe. I can't remember. But it is like an official campsite, so I think they might have they'll at least have a potty toilet,
Bye.
Next stop, Uluru.